Good Wednesday evening, September 11th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The Chumstick Valley man who held police at bay for 18 hours last year is now charged with assault for allegedly pointing a rifle at an officer during the incident. A reported explosion at the GS Long building in Wenatchee today turned out to be a tent on fire outside of the building. Cooler than normal temperatures today, and expect that trend to continue through the week and into the weekend. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. A murder trial that's been pending for more than 6 years is now scheduled to go forward next week. Teulilo has been held in jail since 2018, charged with the murder of his wife, Peggy Teulilo, in the trailer they shared near Rock Island. Peggy had previously reported instances of domestic violence allegedly carried out by her husband, and she was found dead by gunshot. In a 4-hour hearing yesterday, Douglas County prosecutors and Teulilo's defense attorney began finalizing details for the trial before Judge Brian Huber, set to begin on Monday, September 16th. A further preliminary hearing is scheduled for tomorrow. Teulilo has faced many trial dates in the past, but this is the first time his case has reached this stage. Delays have included multiple appeals, including one to the Washington Supreme Court that argued the police search that discovered his wife's body was illegal. The justices turned down that argument 7-2. Potential jurors will report to the Waterville courthouse Monday morning. The Chumstick Valley man who held police at bay for 18 hours last year is now charged with assault for allegedly pointing a rifle at an officer during the incident. 49-year-old Abel Wilkes is already in state prison for aiming a rifle and making threats to his neighbor in March of 2023 outside his Mary Canyon trailer home. That assault was what brought the Chelan County Sheriff's Office and multiple other police agencies to the property. They eventually destroyed Wilkes' trailer with an armored vehicle and arrested him. One Wenatchee police officer, Corey Bernache, fired shots during the standoff after allegedly seeing Wilkes aim a rifle at his fellow officer, Miguel Ruiz. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies refrained from pursuing charges against Wilkes until the police use of force was thoroughly investigated. Bernache was cleared of any wrongdoing in February, and Chelan County prosecutors filed a new charge of second-degree assault against Wilkes on August 21st. No trial date has yet been set. A series of setbacks have delayed the completion of the Wenatchee girls softball field. In an update given to the Wenatchee School Board, Superintendent Corey Callahar explained the turf company equipment broke down last week, leaving the turf remaining incomplete, and said the scoreboard and bleachers will not be delivered now until October. Over the summer, the construction was also interrupted by an unexpected water main that was discovered under the field and needed to be rerouted, which contributed to the delay of the project. Throughout the process, project managers from Spokane-based Turner and Townsend Heery said they anticipated the field's completion in August. The first girls' slow-pitch softball game was scheduled around the construction of the field and set for September 24th, but Callahar said they're aiming for the next home game on October 8th to get the girls playing on the field. A GoFundMe page has been created for 2 Cascade High School teachers who lost their home in a fire this week. According to the GoFundMe page, Alex Rosenfield and Anthony Lubetsky intended to build a property on the lot where their home was, and the home that burned down was intended to become the residence for Rosenfield's mother. Along with their belongings, the couple also lost building materials, all tools, and their tractor. As of this afternoon, the GoFundMe has raised just under $5,000 of its $20,000 goal. A link to the donation page can be found on the NCWLIFE website. When we come back, the City Council of the small Methow Valley community of Twisp recently voted to increase the fees for building permits. An educational forum next week aims to teach local residents about the ins and outs of the voting system. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's a great time to go into the medical profession. And this is the perfect place to start, because this is going to provide you that basic understanding in order to get into medical school, physical therapy school. So when you are ready to head on your career pathway, wherever it is, then you've already had some experience and say, oh, it's so cool. This is exactly what I want to do. So really, you're going to leave me with 13 college credits and a license with the state of Washington.
Hi, I'm Mike Steele, and I've been honored to serve you as our state representative for District 12 for the last 8 years. With experience in several leadership roles in civic organizations, as well as being a lifelong resident, I've championed projects that have made a difference in our community. I plan to continue the progress we've made together.
Re-elect Mike Steele, your voice in Olympia. Together we can achieve more. Visit votemikesteele.com. Paid for by the citizens to elect Mike Steele.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect, no matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Enjoy the sounds of summer from your very own pool and spa. Blue Lagoon is now scheduling pool installations for this summer. Call today to schedule a free consultation for a custom San Juan fiberglass pool. And let the experts at Blue Lagoon handle the construction, installation, and regular maintenance. Turn your boring backyard into vacation paradise this summer with industry-leading San Juan pool. No need to go off the deep end. Relax knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa.
It's been 2 decades since the cost of building permits went up in the idyllic town of Twisp. The City Council of the small Methow Valley community voted August 27th to update its fee schedule, adding a 25% increase for building permits and a 30% boost for plan review fees. Total permit price varies depending on square footage. Twisp Mayor Hans Smith says the cost of permitting a 1,200 square foot residence would rise from $1,500 to about $1,800. Smith says the town's planning and building department has been running at a deficit and the new revenue is badly needed. An educational forum next week aims to teach local residents about the ins and outs of the voting system. The forum will be held at the McGuire Conference Center at Wenatchee Valley College on September 17th. From 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., attendees can enjoy refreshments and learn about voter registration. Then from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., there will be a Q&A with Chelan County Auditor Skip Moore and Douglas County Auditor Thad Duval, whose offices manage elections and voter services in the 2 counties. Activities will be provided for children along with Spanish translation of the forum. A reported explosion at the GS Long building in Wenatchee today turned out to be a tent on fire outside of the building. Shortly before noon, Wenatchee Valley fire crews were dispatched to the GS Long building after reports of thick black smoke coming from the building. When crews arrived, they found evacuated employees behind the building observing the fire, which turned out to be a tent and personal belongings. Chief Brian Brett said the occupant of the tent and an acquaintance were on scene and attempting to extinguish the fire. There were no injuries and the fire did not extend to the building. Coming up next, the September 11th anniversary is also called Patriot Day, and it's become a day when many residents of the U.S. who hail from other countries choose to become citizens. More on that up next in tonight's feature story. Our rain showers will end, but the cooler than normal temperatures will continue. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Springwater Insurance Group is an independent insurance agency focusing on teaching those of you on Medicare or soon to be joining Medicare plans. Now, we don't work for any insurance companies, we work for you. It's nice that insurance plans you eventually join pay us for teaching you your plan choices. That means our services are free to you. We have 5 offices throughout North Central Washington providing customer service Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 509-888-2600.
Riley Gaines, the All-American female swimmer at the University of Kentucky, is our guest speaker for the Chelan County Republican Lincoln Day Dinner and Fundraiser, September 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Wenatchee Convention Center. Riley's call to action is to defend and protect America's daughters from competing with and sharing locker rooms with biological men. Join us for an exciting evening with Riley Gaines and support our local candidates. VIP event at 5, dinner at 6. Go to Chelan County Lincoln Day at gmail.com for tickets.
Paid for by the Chelan County Republican Central Committee.
Thank you for trusting Abby's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
Culinary Apple is North Central Washington's premier kitchen store with everything you need to elevate your own culinary experience.
For the most unique wine tasting experience in the Chelan Valley, visit One Wines. Popular for being the smallest and most intimate facility in the valley, it features 1 red, 1 white, and 1 rosé. Complex wines, simple elegance.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
In tonight's featured story, the September 11th anniversary is also called Patriot Day, and it's become a day when many residents of the U.S. who hail from other countries choose to become citizens. Today's ceremony at the 911 Spirit of America Memorial in Kashmir featured commemoration of the day, plus the naturalization of several new citizens, including one who officially became an American today at the age of 94.
And because of those sacrifices, we remain really a beacon to the world in America, beacon of the world for the freedom and the self-determination for those that work hard and come to America can achieve that great American dream. And that's why it was really an honor to this morning to host a naturalization ceremony where 30 new American citizens came to America and took the oath. So congratulations to them if they're in the audience today.
Norma Gallegos, a Wenatchee immigration coordinator, helped the new citizens on their way to today's naturalization ceremony.
Thank you, Doug, and thank you to every one of you who is here present. Your presence here today demonstrates the love you have for your community, and especially for those that shall never be forgotten. In Washington state only, most people don't know that we have currently over 250,000 Washingtonians eligible to become citizens. That means that those folks are walking around with a green card, and today, for the first time, as part of the 9/11 Spirit of America Memorial, earlier today, 30 people from 8 different countries took their oath of allegiance with USCIS Immigration Services. So at this time, I would like those 30, if they're here, to stand before you as we have 18-year-olds to 95-year-olds. De pie los que se hicieron ciudadanos, por favor. So if you are here, please stand. As many of you remain in the area, we applaud you. Some of you have been here 3 years, and some of you have been here 50 years, like Senora Anaya de Luna with many of her family members. It is quite an honor. This country has so much to offer. And most people also don't know, to my knowledge, that September 17 is Constitution Day, is Citizenship Day. So I would like to thank everyone involved to make this day possible.
The new citizens included Margarita De Luna, age 94, who's lived in the Wenatchee Valley since the mid-1970s after arriving from Mexico.
Well, she's been a permanent resident alien card holder since 1975, and migrant worker, came to the U.S., go to Mexico, come back and forth. For about 10 years, she's been a permanent resident here in the state of Washington. She lives with us, and the idea started about 2 years ago of becoming a U.S. citizen. There's a lot of steps that you have to jump through, but she has all the support with us. Ahora, ¿cómo se siente ahorita usted, ya que es ciudadana americana?
Bien.
She feels very content, very happy. Now she can vote, because that was her dream, to vote.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Wednesday. Much cooler out there. Some scattered showers around our viewing area and lots of clouds as we take a look at parts of Lake Chelan. This is from our Manson Sky-Fi Tower camera. And yeah, it's shaking around out there this afternoon. And it did bring some wind, a low pressure system that moved into Montana, some windy conditions behind that, and a lot of those dark clouds with even some showers, as I mentioned, around north central Washington. Cool today, and that trend will continue. We're only going to see about 74 tomorrow, 77 on Friday. We'll stay in the low to mid 70s for the weekend, and then once again low 70s and even upper 60s as we get you into the first part of next week. So it looks like fall may be on the way. Today's high temperature cooler than normal, and boy, we haven't said that in a long time. 79 is normal. Our record high 94 degrees set in 1973. 59 this morning, 54 is normal, and our record low 44 degrees, and that was set in 1983. Sunrise this morning 6:34 and sets tonight at 7:20. All right, getting you into those temperatures for tomorrow. They will be a little bit warmer than today. I think we'll see a little bit more sun too. 76 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 75 in Quincy, Wenatchee and Entiat. We'll see around 74. Chelan a little warmer. Omak, the warm spot at 77 tomorrow. The cool spot tomorrow up in Lake Wenatchee with a high temperature of 70. Tonight we can expect clearing skies. There's that area of low pressure that moved through Washington, bringing those scattered showers. It'll drag a few showers with it, but most of that will be in western Montana and parts of Idaho. Low 50s. Yeah, it's going to cool down out there tonight for our lows. For Thursday, partly cloudy skies. Will be a little bit warmer. High temperatures tomorrow will climb into those mid 70s, which will still be a little bit below normal. By the time we get into football Friday, mostly sunny skies. It looks pretty nice. Maybe a breeze or two in the afternoon. High temperatures on Friday in the upper 70s. Some of you folks will touch 80 degrees on Friday, so it should be a nice end to our week. And then a little bit cooler as we get you into the weekend. Partly cloudy on Saturday. We will see mild temperatures, highs in the mid 70s. If you're headed to the west side, though, you're going to run into some rain showers on Saturday. The best chance is that way. As we get into Sunday and end our weekend, mostly sunny skies, giant area of high pressure in the Pacific, but notice it's also bringing in that northwesterly flow. So we're going to cool down into the low 70s on Sunday, and that goes for, boy, all of the west with cool temperatures on Sunday. For Monday, mostly sunny and pretty much normal for this time of year. We're talking highs to kick off our next work week in the mid 70s, so a nice Monday on tap. For your Tuesday, at the end of our forecast, mostly cloudy skies. An area of low pressure parks itself off the west coast of Washington. That will bring about a 30% chance of rain for us. This is during the day. This will move into our evening hours, so expect that Tuesday with high temperatures only in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. All right, your 7-day forecast, 59 overnight tonight, 74 tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, 78 should be a nice day on Friday. A few more clouds as we get you into the weekend Saturday, and 76. We'll see mostly sunny and 73 on Sunday. Kicking off our next work week, mostly sunny, 74 with showers moving into the forecast on Tuesday. High temperatures then only 70 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and much more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Public notice! With summer ending, there's never a better time than now to get your new or used RV at Click It RV. New RVs for $199 over invoice, and used RVs priced below Blue Book. Top brands like Grand Design, Winnebago, Rockwood, and more. Priced at deals you'll never see again. No payments until 2025 and low, first time ever interest rates for the summer end liquidation sale. Nobody beats a Click It RV deal.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
Trades welcome. Don't miss this liquidation event going on now at a Click It RV store near you. Click It RV.
Another fall sports season is upon us. Yes, we'll be talking about Eastmont football, but also volleyball and girls soccer. Be sure and join us for the Eastmont Wildcats all season long right here on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. It might be sunny now, but fall is in the air, and we've got you covered here on the NCWLIFE channel. If it's Wenatchee Panther football, volleyball, or girls soccer, we've got you covered. So tune in to your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel, for Wenatchee Panther sports. Coverage is presented by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. And a good Wednesday to you. Before we get to sports, first of all, I want to wish my daughter Gracie a very happy 26th birthday. You see, I missed her third birthday with the 9/11 attack and was on the radio that day. Couldn't be there. Ever since, I celebrate this day rather than dwell on the negative and cherish the best daughter a dad could ever ask for. So Gracie, happy birthday. Well, speaking of dwelling on the negative, the dash light on the Mariners season continues to flash after Seattle fell to San Diego last night, 7-3. Cal Raleigh and Luke Raley each homered to give Seattle an early 2-0 lead. Fernando Tatis Jr. homered off George Kirby, and Manny Machado set a Padre record as San Diego rallied for the win.
Fly ball, right field, struck pretty well. Robles looking up. Fernando's left the yard. 3-run home run for Tatis Jr. Padres with one swing of the bat take a 3-2 lead. Opposite field home run for Fernando. Line to right center field in for a base hit. Moving over to cut it off is Fernando, and he throws to second base quickly. Gonna be close. He's gonna be out. Machado hits one to right center field. Back goes Rodriguez looking up. Manny Machado stands alone as the Padres' all-time home run leader. Man, oh Manny, you are number one in Padres history. Think there's a lot of Padres fans here? A Manny chant just started. 429 feet and history tonight in Seattle. Oh. Off the pitcher, it gets into center field. Scoring from third, Solano. Here comes a rise. He will score 2 more runs for the Padres, who take a 7-2 lead.
The other way, base hit, left field. Turner's gonna score. Holding at second is Polanco. J.P. Crawford with an RBI. It's 7-3 San Diego.
On the ground to shortstop. Bogarts will go to second for 1. On to first for 2, double play. Nicely done. Turned by the Padres. Induced by Jason Adam in Seattle. Struck him out. Padres win. Suarez striking out Rodriguez to end the ball game.
The two teams wrap up the 2-game set tonight at 6:40. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest and FS1. Well, Seattle missed another opportunity to gain ground on Houston after the Astros fell to Oakland 12 innings last night, 4-3. D-backs shut out the Rangers 6-0. The Twins topped the Angels 10-5. Baltimore remains atop the wild card race after a 5-3 win over Boston. The Royals blanked the Yankees 5-0. Detroit beat Colorado 11-zip to remain 3 games back of the Twins. Seattle and the Red Sox are now 4 games back. Eastmont, Wenatchee, and Moses Lake all picked up wins in girls soccer last night. The Wildcats blanked Ephrata 4-0. Panthers handed visiting East Valley of Yakima a 2-0 loss. Mavericks edged Othello at Lions Field by a final of 2-1. Another action, Kashmir dominated Walook 6-0. Deer Park edged Quincy 4-3. Reardon got by Okanagan 5-3. Pateras won at Liberty Bell 4-2. Tonasket and Brewster played to a 1-1 tie. In prep volleyball last night, Eastmont traveled to Ephrata and knocked off the Tigers 3-2. Moses Lake swept Othello 3-zip. In fact, the rest of the matches were all sweeps. Omak over Quincy, Lake Roosevelt over Wilson Creek, Cascade over Thorpe. Congrats to the Kodiaks, by the way. That's the first win in a long time. Liberty Bell blanked Pateras, and Eniet blanked Bridgeport. By the way, Eniet will try to make it 2 wins in 2 nights tonight as the Tigers host Oroville. That'll be at 6:30. Well, tonight's the night for the first ever Wenatchee Valley Sports Spectacular. It's for youth. Wenatchee High School principal and athletic director Eric Anderson says it's about trying to rally more youth to get involved in sports.
What we saw, obviously, over the pandemic was kind of a reduction in the number of our youth in being involved in things. And last spring, we started talking about what can we do as a system, as a school system, to really kind of jumpstart that back up and move in a different direction. And so we came up with this idea of bringing together our youth organizations and giving them an opportunity to kind of meet and greet kids and families, and hopefully our students, our elementary and middle school students, find a connection to something in our valley that they can get involved in and participate in. And as we know, when students are involved in something, their attendance is better, their confidence is higher, their academic performance is greater. And so we want to see a growth in those numbers in terms of our students involved in these things.
Tonight's event takes place in the Apple Bowl from 6 to 8 o'clock with free admission. Anderson says both gates will be open.
We're going to have both gates open just because from a parking standpoint, but this will be kind of the main entrance points. The Triangle Park organization or side will be the main entrance for this. That's where we'll have CVCH set up. That's where our interpreters will be set up. And then we're also going to have our booster club as part of this as well. And so they're going to be set up as well, meeting, greeting families as they come in and having opportunities for families to buy some Panther swag if they would like to. Concessions is going to be open, and we actually have a couple food trucks as well that are participating. So we're going to have, again, some food associated with this. We will only have a couple, so this really isn't going to be this, kind of massive food fair, but we're going to have some things available for families as well, since the time is 6 to 8 p.m.
The Wenatchee Youth Sports Spectacular runs from 6 to 8 o'clock in the Apple Bowl with free admission. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Hey, don't forget, we got football on Friday nights. Yes, our first game of the season as Post Falls visits Eastmont. We'll have that with our pregame show. Join Grant and I for all the play-by-play. 6:30 with a pregame, 7 o'clock with a kickoff. Have a happy Wednesday.
Rivercom celebrated their 20th anniversary just a couple of months ago. And we're going to talk about Rivercom, everything about one of the most important infrastructures that we have for public safety. Monica is a telecommunicator, a dispatcher, if you will, for Rivercom 911. Doug Jones is the executive director, and they need help, folks. They are short-handed. You think you might want to be a telecommunicator, a dispatcher, save a few lives, help the community? Don't miss the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.